Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Debbie Obierika in the building. What is up? What's going on guys? How you all doing? How was your week? What's popping on this one? No, it's a Thursday. Doesn't matter. What's happening on this Thursday evening? Yes, evening here in Abuja, Nigeria. You're welcome to another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking about natural bronchodilators. I know I spoke a whole lot of English. Natural bronchodilators simply refers to things or methods or foods that help to ease your airways when you're having, congestions and all of that, or any asthmatic symptoms as well. If you do not know this and you're new here, I'm an asthmatic. I've been asthmatic 10 years now, and this is an asthma awareness video. The reason I'm shooting this video is because these are the things that have helped me in my journey as an asthmatic, and they are not the cure to asthma, neither are they a supplement for your medication, but considering how the medication can have a lot of side effects, it's not a bad idea to throw in some natural, here and there to ease it off if you're worried about your liver and all of that stuff. But these ones have worked for me. So if you're interested in seeing the natural bronchodilators that I have to share with you, please keep watching this video. So guys, if you find me looking down, it means I'm looking at my notepad. I plan to type this on my laptop and keep it somewhere in front, but I'm short-sighted. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to see it. So if you see me looking down, it's because I wrote things down. I wrote things down because I did research. Now this is relating to asthma. I don't want to put that information there that might have worked for me without having some facts to back it up, okay? So without much further ado, let us start with the first one. The first one I have on my list is caffeine. Prior to when a few years ago, I used to think that caffeine wasn't good for me. In fact, people used to tell me that, why do you like to take coffee? It's not good for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. Fast forward to 2 years ago, I think when I had one low blood pressure incident, and I realized that caffeine was actually not so bad. Obviously, it's addictive or whatever, but it's not so bad. So first off, we have caffeine. Caffeine is a natural and mild bronchodilator that can help you clear your airways for about 2 to 3 hours, which is quite not so bad. I mean, if you take maybe your morning coffee, it actually could just help your airways just stay, clear without mucus and all of that. It can reduce respiratory muscle fatigue. I, for one, know that when I take my morning coffee, I feel refreshed. When I come up the stairs, I don't get breathless as fast as normally, because in my office I go up the stairs a lot. So if I don't take my morning coffee, I see myself doing, oh my god, So yeah, for me, having my coffee is very, very important. Also, the next one I have here is tea. Tea also contains small amounts of the theophylline, a caffeine-like substance. Now, if you know asthma drugs, you know that theophylline is one of the least, not one of the major substances though, used in the preparation of asthma drugs like prednisolone and the rest. So tea has a bit of the theophylline inside of it. So when you take your tea, actually also, could be a natural bronchodilator. Another one I have here is garlic. I've mentioned garlic, ginger, and honey a whole lot of times. It is like my go-to every time. Even when I'm having a crisis and my inhaler is not there, and then you give me a bit of garlic, ginger, maybe put it in warm water with some honey. It actually calms down my respiratory tracts, and I start to feel better without using an inhaler. So garlic has an anti-inflammatory sorry, my handwriting is ugly as hell. Let me show you guys. I have the ugliest handwriting in the world. Ha! Very ugly. Even when I'm reading my handwriting sometimes, sorry, let's focus back. When I'm reading my handwriting sometimes, I'm like, what's that? What did I write? Okay, but here, garlic has anti-inflammatory properties. Jesus, my handwriting is ugly. So it can help relieve your symptoms. There's no conclusive evidence, honestly, that garlic, can cure your asthma symptoms. But, it's good to take garlic tea here and there, garlic in your food, it just helps your lungs, do better, okay? So the next one up is ginger. Ginger also contains anti-inflammatory properties, just like its brother, garlic. Studies have shown that ginger supplements were used to, treat asthmatic patients, and the symptoms actually reduced. Does not mean that ginger is the cure for asthma. Let me just tell you for all of these things now. And please, if you have allergies to any of these things, don't eat them, because Obierika Debbie said that, these are natural bronchodilators and trying to run away from your meds like me. Please, if you're allergic to any of these things, please do not eat them. Like I've mentioned in my triggers video, that food allergies are a major cause of asthmatic attacks. The next one up is my fave, my honey bunny, honey. Okay, so honey is something I discovered I think in 2018, and I'm so excited that I found it. Okay, so honey has antioxidant properties that fight inflammation. Now I'm reading this off the book because I was really excited about the for me, I just knew that I'd seen it in a movie the first time that somebody was having an attack I think it was the Preacher's Kid. That movie where there's a girl that is a pastor's daughter, and then she goes off to New York or something. She joins a crew that acts, that sings and acts. I think the song they sang is Daddy, can I please come back home? Well, because if you remember the movie, just put it here. But I think somebody had an asthmatic attack on the bus, and her dad was asthmatic, so she put honey like on his napkin and put it on the person's nose, and the person felt better. Anyway, that's a whole lot of long story. But I'm reading from here because I found out so much more about honey when I was doing the research for this video. So honey has antioxidant properties that fight inflammation. It has the ability to soothe a sore throat and cough as well. I remember one time when I was having acute cough, I think I've mentioned before that if I cough too much, it might lead to an asthmatic crisis. So there was this one time when I was still in Benin, I was having acute cough because of the weather. I would take tablespoons of honey and they actually soothe me, so I would sleep all through, because if I sleep off and I wake up coughing, that's it, I'm going to be having a crisis. And I did not realize that there's a name for that crisis, that you wake up at night with a cough and then you start having a crisis. It's called a nocturnal asthmatic attack. I learned so much researching this topic for you guys. Honestly, like, I feel like this video benefits me more than it benefits you, or it benefits us. Okay, so back to my reading. So honey appears to be most helpful as a nighttime cough suppressant. We have a form of asthma called nocturnal asthma that occurs at night, causing tightness in the chest. Taking honey can help calm down the symptoms. It is believed that the sweetness of honey triggers your salivary glands to produce more saliva. I've noticed that when my mouth is dry, my throat gets itchy, I start to cough. So I didn't realize that, okay, that's what causes cough. It's like all those unrelated, like, well, I say unrelated, unseen, not sort of bruise cough, you know. So honey may also reduce inflammation in the bronchial tubes, airways within the lungs, and helps break up the mucus that is causing the congestion. So if you do not know, when you're having an asthmatic attack, mucus, blocks your airways. That's why you can't breathe. You see people gasping for air, they are wheezing because it's difficult. There's mucus, line up there blocking the airways that the Lord has given us. Okay, so honey actually does help. But like I said, this particularly for honey, if you're allergic to pollens or bee pollens, it is advisable that you do not use any form of honey, okay? Because it could actually cause an asthmatic attack for you, and then you'll be wondering that, but I've researched it, honey is good for people that have asthma. It might not be good for you if you have an allergic reaction. So please test for your food allergies before you try any of these things, because it might cause more harm than good. Because if you have an allergic reaction, you could have tightness of chest, you could have, congestions, you could start coughing, having wheezing and all of that, and those are all related asthma symptoms. All right, so the next one I have here is lemon. Lemon has antioxidants that can strengthen the immune system and may help you clear your mucus. The best way to take lemon, in my opinion, is a bit of lemon, most advisable fresh, but if you can't get fresh, you can get lemon teas. There's some really nice lemon teas. Maybe I'll leave some in the description box that I've used in the past. So you can use fresh lemon, a bit of honey, and warm water. It works like magic, honestly. On all these cold nights, if cold is your major trigger, your chest just feels some kind of way, it actually really tastes good and it makes you feel better. Like I have said, if you have an allergic reaction, children of God, people, don't do any of these things I have said. Last but not the least would be, sorry, I had to check my notes because I know I did a lot of writing. Last but not the least would be steaming. I mentioned steaming because steaming is something that is easily available. So if you're, for example, for me now, when I'm having catarrh, it's a problem for me, because imagine having catarrh and you naturally don't even have good lungs. That's what I call it, not having good lungs. And so when you're having catarrh and then you are an asthmatic, it's usually a tough time for us. So steaming is something that you just boil water, put it maybe in a bucket or in a bowl, you cover your head up, put your head inside. The steam goes through your nose and then it clears up the catarrh. You start to drip out, it drips out, it goes into your body. So basically heat kills off the mucus. Okay, so steaming is very advisable. Then for people that are not like me, that are not allergic to menthol, you can maybe put in a bit of rub or something to ease it up. But someone like me, if I put rub, that's a problem. Like I said, know yourself, know your triggers. Now that brings me to this. Before you act on any of these things, please go to my triggers video. I'll keep it linked up here and also in the description box, and find out what your major triggers are, and then you'll now be able to know what to use, what not to use, what can affect you, what cannot affect you. You can also ask your doctor that has been taking care of your case to know what has been causing your asthmatic attacks. I hope this video was helpful to you as it was to me, because I totally enjoyed researching this. Like when I was reading up stuff about it, I was just like, oh wow, oh really amazing, I didn't know this, now I know this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.